Hello everybody, this is my video 8. As you can see, my native language is French, therefore I will try to speak the best English I can. And something else, I have to follow a text so that I don't forget important details and I still make a better video. And for those who find my video without going through my website, let me introduce myself. My name as a self-taught and multidisciplinary scientist is Gilles Lauzon-Urtubise, and I am the owner of the First Human Multi-Intelligence.com site. As you see, the title of my video is Dark Energy or Hypothetical Black Energy. Does it exist? As far as I'm concerned, hypothetical dark or black energy, it doesn't exist for a multitude of logical and physical reasons. Well, according to the source that relates to the subject hypothetical dark or black energy of French Wikipedia, in cosmology, dark energy is a hypothetical form of energy uniformly filling the entire universe and endowed with negative pressure, which causes it to behave like a repulsive gravitational force. Well, the existence of dark energy it's necessary to explain various that's what I said. Second phrase is the existence of dark energy is necessary to explain various astrophysical observation, including the acceleration of the expansion of the universe detected at the turn of the 21st century. Well, however, for me, this hypothetical black energy does not exist for a multitude of reasons, but at this time, and for the reason of protecting my patrons for an extraordinary spaceship, I can disclose only the following 4 reasons. First, hypothetical dark or black energy with negative pressure on a universe scale cannot behave like a repulsive gravitational force because there is a repulsive gravitational force in the universe, but it does not originate from the universe through some accommodating form of magical thoughts. Yes, this repulsive gravitational force exists, but it's come from a source, doesn't come, so I keep continue. But rather from other sources that are explained from A to Z by several of my 50 and 100 or more new theories in astrophysics, which fit into my imposing mother theory of how the universe works on a macroscopic scale. Second, the acceleration of the expansion of the universe does not exist, and many of my 50 and 100 or more new theories in astrophysics prove it in my imposing mother theory. So, third, because there is no hypothetical dark or black energy inside or outside galaxies and nowhere else in the universe. What maintained objects and group of objects rotating around the center of each galaxy. These are other sources of energy that are explained from A to Z by several of my 50 and 100 or more new theories in astrophysics of my mother theory. So, fourth, whether a hypothetical dark or black energy existed, yes, so whether a hypothetical dark or black energy existed within the universe, this would have had the consequence of completely eliminating all the dark and more or less desert areas of the universe, because they have object density that are much lower than other areas of the universe. So yes, so if that hypothetical dark energy exists, that should make in the universe no much difference between some area to another. So if it's really exists, they should make no desert zone or no zone with less object than some other zone of the universe. On the other hand, believing in this kind of hypothetical energy is blatant evidence of a complete misunderstanding of how the universe works at the macroscopic scale by all the other astrophysicists. And of the 50 and 100 or more theories that going into my imposing mother theory of the universe, of the way of the universe works on the macroscopic scale, there are between 20 and 30 or more theories that explain the reason why, amongst others, that are areas on the universe that are dark because they have fewer objects in terms of density than other areas of the universe. And the reason why most objects in the universe are interrelated. Moreover, although we are unable to measure the true size of the universe, and even in the universe there is a large amount of dark or black areas, I do not suffer under any circumstances from its immensity, which has not yet been established, and from any discomfort with the darkness of the universe, because I have imaginative capacity that are out of the ordinary, and I am able in my brain to imagine largery of the universe and imagine entire galaxies and how they work with each other and together. As far I am concerned, there is no way that my extremely highly physical, logical mind could be buttered or fooled by any branches of complex mathematics. And among my 50 and 100 or more theories of my imposing mother theory, there is none that has any connection to mathematics. And among my 50 and 100 or more theories of my imposing mother theory of how the universe works, there are none of these that can be characterized as one or more accommodating magical thoughts form or any other magic thinking. So, because my extremely high physical logical mind, it's originated from an insatiable curiosity about nature that started from an age that is 5 or 6 or before until now. So from a very early age, I found myself assimilating a great things, a great quantities of experience about physical cause to effect cause. So, yes, so I found myself assimilating a great quantities of relationship and experience about physical cause to physical effect and nothing else. So, and there it's about to understand how the nature works, and until I can figure them out. So I'm not only satisfied to discover new things, to assimilate a lots of quantity of relation about physical cause to physical effect, but until I can understand them much as I can, and most of the time completely. So starting by observing the nature of soils, rivers, insects, small animals, and all the things in the nature that takes too long to list. So for several decades I have managed to accumulate a considerable amount of physical cause, amount of relationship between physical cause to physical effect. So and all of these in my biological hard drive, or human hard drive, whatever, to be able to differentiate the possible things from the impossible things. So which is so important, because much your quantity of relationship is large, and it's different from different relationship of physical cause to physical effect. It's just better for you, so it's help you to keep going faster when you investigate different things. Then it's the first time then you investigate. And among other things, never to be trapped by all kinds of magical thoughts or other form of magical thinking, which have nothing in common with physical reality. And thanks to my extremely high capacity in deep investigation, in deep reflection, in very deep analysis, in limitless inventiveness, and many others forms of very important intelligence, which take too long to list. All of these things allow me to be the first and the only one in the history to be able to decode how the universe works in an extreme short time of only 5 years and 8 months. Whereas every other astrophysicist or planetologist before me has been unable to do so for the past 200 years. Currently, my 50 and 100 or more theories of my imposing model theory of how the universe works on the macroscopic scale give me a level of satisfaction that is somewhere between 96% and 98.5%. But for myself, I will never be happy with this file until I achieve 100% satisfaction. So, and that's the reason I like to take at least. So that's the reason I like to tackle at least 3 or 4 extremely complex files or more at a time, who are currently number one, the imposing dossier of my imposing model theory of how the universe works on a macroscopic scale. Number 2, my pattern file of 300 or 350 pages for an extraordinary spaceship to find funding, to finalize the best possible pattern, and until it can be 100% protected. And why I call my spaceship extraordinary spaceship, it's because it's the only one that can bring teams of 6 astronauts between Earth and Mars, or between Earth and Ceres, which is much further away from the Earth, or between the Earth from an asteroid from the main belt, or maybe between the Earth and one of the moon or of the satellite of Jupiter. So, but it's after the other trip, which they used to be realized before this long way to Jupiter. Then. 3. An extremely important personal file that must be complete after COVID-19 because it significantly harms my productivity of all kinds as well as physical, and which I cannot disclose for personal reasons. And because I am the only one in the history who can solve it. Number 4, a dossier to produce a social website or a social network which is the most protective in the history for all members of the society. And 5, many other files in parallel which are of less importance but that I absolutely want to solve from the moment I have collaborators of several skills and under my direction. And many other files that takes too long to list because I am an extremely powerful intellectual machine and far superior to all human brain or home computers and powerful computers of the planet. So all of those, all the other human computers, domestic computer or powerful computers, they cannot doing what I can do. So because they cannot doing a huge a work like the ones I did with my model theory. So then, and as indisputable proof of this, it is my imposing model theory how the universe works on a macroscopic scale, which I will publish following my patent filing. So when my patent was filing, I will publish all of this theory on my website or on a scientific journal at my name. In conclusion, if all the government of the world invest between 1 trillion and 5 trillions or more in every other brain on the planets, and all the other tools like computers or powerful computers, they will all or collectively be unable to produce work like the ones I have produced so far in about 7 years and 2 months. Because outside of me, it is only through the development of artificial intelligence to an extremely high level that such a feat can be achieved. Besides, I am not here to discredit the works of all the other scientists, but it is my duty to discredit all of his work of magic thinking or magic thinking or accommodating magic thinking. So I cannot accept them. So which is at odds with some of my my theory of my imposing modern theory of how the universe works on a macroscopic scale. In addition, through my self-taught study in astrophysics of 5 years and 8 months only, there is no mystery that I haven't failed to decode or solve. And if there are any mystery to be discovered that I have yet to meet, I sincerely doubt that any mystery of the universe can withstand my very high intellectual power in investigation, reflection, deep analysis, and inventiveness of all kind, and of other of very important intelligence than I have. So, because so far I have always managed to decode or solve all the mystery that I have encountered, or at least provide at least a satisfactory explanation or more than one. And all of my theories that going into my imposing modern theory of how the universe works on the macroscopic scale, there are none of them that can be called a theory of one or more accommodating magical thoughts, because all of my theory are based on one or more relationship of physical cause to physical effect and nothing else. And furthermore, I am the first to succeed in producing somewhere between 15 and 100 or more new theories to form the universe of the macroscopic scale. On the other hand, if it's happened in the near future that I come to realize that one of my theory is no longer acceptable, I will change it right away. But for me, it is impossible that any of my theories could be completely wrong. But if it's happened in the worst case, then one of them needs to be modified. It's only by a little modification and no more. Well, thank you for viewing my video, and welcome to my next video, which will reveal my opinion on another subject in the universe. Okay, thank you. Goodbye.